Hello guys, how you doing? It's Peabutnutterninja guys, and welcome to Smite closed beta patch notes version 0.1.1148.0 patch notes, guys. Oh wow, that was an amazing success, as now I am gonna finish elementary school and finish learning my numbers, as I have not screwed that up since the last time we started. So guys, very big changes that we've done since our last patch 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago it was Freya Insta-lock weekend, guys. This next weekend is gonna be LOKI Insta-lock weekend, guys, and that is on November 2nd to November 4th, 2012. LOKI is amazing. He is super strong. I really enjoy playing him, and I know you guys will too. He scales very strongly in late game, so even if in late game, in early game your LOKI is weak, at the end you can come back. So don't surrender early if you are LOKI. Just stick it out there. Make sure you try to get your builds, stay in your lanes, try to get those minion kills, try to get that gold. And hopefully you'll be able to get some really nice Deathbringer Chin's Blades, all that good stuff to really increase your DPS output at the end games. But guys, there's also another big part of this update, and that is the arena. So guys, the arena, I posted a LOKI video on the arena, and guys, arena is fun. It is massive. It is frenzied. It is like playing in a shark tank with a cut. And if you know sharks, they sense blood in the water and then they go into a frenzy if you do bleed. So guys, arena is just like that. It is crazy. Just 5-on-5 ganking god action. There is some jungling on the sides, but it is still very much in the open. And so the game time is around 15 minutes. I highly suggest you just check out my LOKI video for the arena, or check out arena for yourself. And especially for LOKI, you guys can see my practice and skills videos for his 4 skills plus his passive behind you, 20% more damage from basic attacks like a backstab. And I really like LOKI because he is like a ninja. He is so mobile, he is so stealthy, and in fact he's the only stealth god in game so far. So I'm going to be very interested to see what other stealth gods they release in the game later on in the series of gods they're going to release. And he can also lane like a boss with decoy, and he can slow, he can speed up, and he can teleport with a stun. He is almost a triple threat, guys, if his assassinate wasn't on such a long cooldown. But I still think LOKI is very strong. I think he's even stronger than ymir, to be honest. You guys can check out my Conquest gameplay where I go 17-1 with LOKI. Insane. And that's my first Conquest match with LOKI. And I go with the jungling build with the Hand of Gods. And I assume that you can also go with the ganking build with the Creeping Curse. And I'm sure that would work out just fine as well. But guys, here's another big part of the patch that was unknown to most people. So abilities have all been changed. Every single one, and then now all priced at 700 gold. And so let us see, there are 2 new abilities. One is reveal, which is kind of like scouting on the mini map. You can kind of see if people are coming in for a gank, and you can also turn minions, and this allows you to permanently turn minions to fight for you. And while this skill is on cooldown, nearby minions within 20 feet gain 20 magical and physical protection. So guys, this is very crazy. And I really like these changes. It really adds in depth, another level of depth to the gameplay, as you really have to choose which abilities do I want, which cooldowns do I want to utilize. Do I want to be using the cooldown, or do I want to wait and use my active one for a bigger boost? So guys, Purity Beads, it changed completely. Pulls are no longer removed with this item. So before you used to buy Purity Beads for Hades, for Ares. But guys, if you use Purity Beads now, you're still going to get pulled. You're still going to be dragged to the center of Hades. It makes them really overpowered, especially in arena. You'll see a lot more Ares, a lot more Hades doing a lot more damage, especially in arena when you guys are only fighting in that group fight. And Hades, if he gets an ult off on you, if you don't have a jump or a dash out, you are GG. And also, when the Purity Beads are on cooldown, you do get a 20% reduction to crowd control effects. Creeping Curse, 90-second cooldown. It got nerfed a lot, but guys, it is same 35% speed reduction in a 35-foot radius for 5 seconds. But when on cooldown, nearby enemies are also slowed by 10%. So this is very interesting. Heavenly Agility, same thing. It didn't get changed. It's still 60 seconds, but increases nearby allies' ground speed by 10%. So if you like that speed, definitely invest. So if you want to not be pulled into Hades' thing, and if you don't want to be pulled by Ares' chains, get the Aegis Amulet. It makes you invulnerable to damage and prevents you from being pulled, so you can no longer be pulled when invulnerable. And when it's on cooldown, you gain 20 physical and magical protection. Very, very useful. But if you are fighting Hades and you do have to pop your Aegis Amulet, most of the times you're still gonna die, just because if you don't have a dash or escape, then you're still going to be stuck in that thing, and most likely the enemy, if he is with his allies, he's just gonna bomb you on top. Like if there's Agni or Hebo, they're just gonna destroy you, take all your HP in a matter of seconds. And sprint, passive 10% movement speed, cooldown is still 210 seconds, very long. I don't really like that it is such a long cooldown, but I guess it is okay. Meditation. Now this is really powerful. So you get the active 75% maximum mana, but while on cooldown you get plus 15 MP5. So you have a lot of sustain, especially if you're in mid. You might consider getting this. Within her, I always like to get meditation with the Heartseeker or meditation with the boots. And now with this cooldown, I can lane like a boss in mid forever. I don't even have to worry about buying any mana pots, as this will cover my costs for the rest of the game. In ło, it does give you a smaller buff. This did get nerfed, so only 20 physical, 35 magical, but when on cooldown you get 10 and 15 respectively. Very good. I do like myself 10 and 15 magical power, and if you're a hybrid god like Ares or Freya, who relies on both physical and magical, this will really benefit you out. And Hand of Gods, guys, I love this change the most. This is going to make Hand of Gods so strong again. So when you use this item, it damages all the minion creeps, jungle camps, blah, 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 whatever. But on your basic attacks, on minions, it deals 20 damage and heals you for 10 health on the cooldown. So if you're laning with the Hand of Gods, you don't really need to get any health pots, especially in the beginning. So if you take left lane, let's say with Loki, just watch my Conquest video with Loki, then you can just use the Hand of Gods, you can get the mana buff, so you don't have to buy any mana pots, and then you can buy one health pot, maybe to heal yourself if you really want. But then you go back to lane, you kill some minions, you're back to full health and full mana, and with that you can harass the enemy very long and very hard the rest of the match. So very, very strong now, and I do think a lot of pros will be using the Hand of Gods and the meditation for the MP5. Intensified defensive, I don't really like this skill. It gives the nearby structure attack speed damage, forces it to target enemy gods, and on cooldown gives structures more physical protection. Yay! I don't like it. And so that's most of the biggest changes. So Qs have informative panel describing the game mode. Cool. You have 10 seconds to sell back the last item purchased at full cost. This is very useful if you're like me. You accidentally buy things all the time. So now you can sell these back and buy back. You can be an Indian giver, as that's what they call them, and you can take back what you paid for without incurring any fees. Just like Amazon's return service, it is very, very, very useful. And so minions now have an upper body hit reaction. I haven't really noticed this, but we will see how that really affects minions. So Loki has special scrolling text for successful backstab. And let's see, Freya did get a kind of a buff. It's more of a fix. So now it removes roots from Freya if she is doing Valkyrie's discretion. And charge prey. Sobek no longer can charge through enemy minions. So this is going to be huge, especially for those Cupid Sobeks. Sobek would just run through the enemy minion line and charge them right into their own, and this would give them a huge, huge, huge advantage, as now you have to run back, you have to escape Cupid's heart bomb, you have to escape Sobek's tail whip, and you also have to escape minion archers trying to shoot your face off. And Ares' blessed presence is not affected by active item auras. So storability, so he won't be able to counter the creeping curse. But Ares is super buffed because of that Puri Beads fix, or Puri Beads change. I don't know if I like it. And Bastet's jump back has been fixed again, and so Arachne needs to be locked off. when Freya ascends, and Hebo and Sobek no longer ignore deployables, so they can no longer ulti through walls, they can no longer ulti through the jungle, through the trees. They have to be like normal people and obey the laws of physics. Very, very good so far. But again, this weekend, November 2nd to November 4th, it is LOKI Insta-lock weekend. So guys, if you get a chance to play him, definitely tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think he's overpowered? Do you think he's too strong? I think he is. But if you think he's normal, he's fine, that's fine. That's great. It's your opinion. I totally agree with it. And guys, I hope this has been informative. If you've liked what you heard or you found this information useful, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. And as always, peace, love, and ninja. Peabutnutterninja signing out. Bye-bye, guys.